What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another Lost Sword video for you guys today. Now I'm going to be showing you guys how you guys can beat stage 24-36. This is like the big wall, especially for free-to-play players. You can see I'm not that much ahead of it. I literally just completed it today, and I'm just going to be showing you guys my strategy and what I did to do it, and what characters you should be using to beat this boss. Basically, this stage is just a one boss fight. This guy hits like a goddamn truck and does so much damage. And the hardest thing is actually having your healers and your backliners actually survive, which is very, very annoying. Now, his health pool is actually very low, so you're not going to actually ever get damage checked. The biggest thing is you just need to stay alive. So what I recommend is bringing one tank. So Lancelot is what I'm using. She's actually not the best option. If you have Galahad, Galahad is insanely good here, especially if you have a Tiamat in the back. But I don't have her, so I was kind of struggling. But you can see I have Lancelot. She is going to be fine. Galahad is, like I mentioned, better. And then you're going to want to run 3 healers. So I'm running, I forgot her name, Guinevere. She's like the free-to-play healer. She's very good. Now I'm also running Deanne, and then I'm also running Neo Bedivere. So you can run whatever healers you have, honestly. It doesn't really matter. Guinevere is actually very good because she has a revive. So if you can bring her, it's very nice. And also because she's in the rear, she's less likely to die, which is very important. And the other 2 healers, it's really up to you and what you have on your account. Deanne's fine to buff your knight. But, you know, the other slot, it's going to be whatever you have. You can use pretty much anything. Now, your damage dealer, Tiamat's going to be the best option. I did not mean to take her out. Just because Tiamat's just broken in the early game for PvE. You can use Lisa as well. You can use Aaron. There's a lot of different characters you can use. You can even use like a Merlin, like a support DPS. Like I said, the boss isn't really a damage check. You're just going to need to survive. And, you know, Tiamat is a very, very good choice because she does the most damage before she ends up dying, because this boss will eventually kill your characters. Now, in terms of your pets, this is going to be the super important part. Basically, what you want to do is run 3 tank pets. So what I ran is I ran Galahad's pet, which I have because it creates a shield. So this is actually pretty helpful for not getting one shot. But any other like tank pets will do. And then you're going to put whatever tank pets you have in the back. The effect is only active from the front pet, so you have to keep that in mind. Only the front pet will use their skill. But the stats from the other pets will be active. So you can see, you know, Eva's giving me 42% HP, which is very good. And then I have Isabel, which is also giving me more health in the back here. So you definitely need to use 3 tank pets. It's pretty much required, otherwise you're going to die. And you're going to see that you really need to actually have your gear and everything leveled up. You're going to see, like, for example, my equipment is pretty much, for the most part, going to be almost all maxed out here. And if you're running a knight, I definitely recommend using Holy Sword's Blessing on your tank. This is basically a cheat death. This is like the most broken thing ever. Basically, when you die, you revive at full HP, so definitely bring that. And then your other healer ones, just get as much attack on your healers as you can so that they can actually heal and keep your team alive here. Now, I'll show you guys the fight. It actually was super close. What ended up happening is my healers did eventually die, and my Lancelot had to solo the boss. But here, I'll show you the fight in the practice battle. So the biggest thing you're going to notice is when you use these 3 tank pets, you actually are going to not die to the initial one-shot. You can see the boss here will do like this huge dragon attack, this purple thing, and usually that just one-shots your team. But because we're getting triple health tank stats, health and defense, you can see my tank, or not my tank, my team is barely staying alive here. And it is fine if your characters die, because this boss's health pool isn't the highest, to be honest. And if you're running Lancelot, you're going to see that she can actually solo the boss at the end if you get him low enough. Especially if you have her on the card that I showed you earlier. And if you're running Galahad, your team will be able to do more damage. So you're going to see this is exactly what happened in my run. You just want your team to do as much damage as possible. And then, yeah, you're basically stuck here with your Lancelot soloing. Or if you have a Galahad, your Galahad can solo as well. But Galahad also buffs your team's damage, like the backline's damage, so they will be able to do way more damage as well. And this is exactly how I cleared. And yeah, this fight is very, very hard. So yeah, I think Galahad does make it easier just because she's like the best tank in the game. But Lancelot definitely can work if you run her on that card that I showed you earlier. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what I did for this. It was not fun trying to do this over and over, but hopefully this helps you guys out. Biggest thing is just run 3 healers and run 3 tank cards, and you should be good to go. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.